Good morning, everybody. It's the 4th of April, and this morning I'd just like to do the G10 FX Cloud Chart market review, and we're going to be looking at the G10 currency pairs. There's the usual disclaimer. And these are the currency pairs I'd like to look at this morning. It's the usual G10 major FX currency cross rates. Okay, jumping straight into the Pro Real-Time platform, we'll start with the Euro-US dollar. Lots of action this morning with the tariffs tit for tat going on in the news. So for the Euro US dollar, we've been struggling along the top end of the cloud here for quite some time. That's been a key support zone, regularly dipping into the cloud and then rebounding from old lows. There's downside risk to the front end of the cloud here at 122.33. That's a key support level to watch, and then a significant support level close to this low. This March low here, this low is the low of 21.68, but the bottom end of the cloud here is the other significant support zone, one spot 21.26. Okay, so we've had a MACD sell signal up here at the top end of the cloud, lost support at the top end of the cloud, drifted lower, and it's now getting close to the bottom end front end cloud chart support zone of 122.31. or 35. Okay, so we could see a potential short-term rebound at that level, but note that the trend now is somewhat slightly bearish. Okay, looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see how we slice through the cloud here. A sideways moving cloud is not particularly, it doesn't really show that there's much of a strong trend, so we need to technically break out of this range. With the 4-hour chart, we can see short-term rebounds here. Watch out for this low here, this old cloud chart level here of 122.30 for a potential rebound, and resistance here at the bottom end of the cloud here. Watch that level 123.57. Okay, so that's on the 4-hour chart. We've had a MACD sell up here, small little buy there, and looking for a little buy to come in here at this support level there. Okay. Australian US dollar had a nice strong rally here, then it met its resistance at the old highs here, sold off, had the MACD sell signal there, had some nice profits on that to the downside, tried to find support at the top end of the cloud here, didn't manage that, broke through the bottom end cloud chart support, so you can see overall the trend is still drifting lower. It tried to find support here at this 76.99. It's an old cloud chart support zone. Looked like that's now resistance with downside risk towards the 75.89 zone. So watch out for that area there. We've had a secondary MACD sell. So this downside risk towards the old cloud chart support level here. I'll put it in here. Of 75.90. So far, a bearish outlook. Watch out if we get a MACD buy. There's a short-term swing trade back up to the bottom end of the cloud when it gets to rebounds from these support levels. Okay, so watching out for that. 4-hour chart. You see how the cloud is now key resistance once again here. Recently the cloud, top end of the cloud became major resistance, so we're not yet out the woods yet. So we remain shorting these rallies here from the cloud chart resistance zone. We've had a MACD buy here, so it's bottoming out on the 4-hour, so watch out very closely. We do need to see it to break past the Ichimoku cloud here. Front end of the cloud still not twisted to the upside, so we still haven't seen the uptrend change or an early warning signal that the trend is about to change. So watching closely for the catalyst here in the Australian US dollar for the front end twist in the cloud to take place. Okay. GDP US dollar also sideways moving somewhat since January, range bound between 43.46 and support here at 37.40. We so far nicely rebounded from the top end of the cloud here. Note that we've had a MACD sell, so there's potential downside risk to retest these levels here, and we could see the Ichimoku line there, Kijun Sen line there at 139.78 is another secondary support level to watch out for. So we could see a retest of this top end cloud chart there and then potentially rebound back up from those levels. Okay, front end of the cloud still indicate that we are moving higher medium term. 4-hour chart struggling with this resistance at the bottom end of the cloud. Need to see it break past that level. 4-hour bullish. We've had a MACD buy back here at 40.36, so it's grinding higher into the cloud chart resistance. So watch out. You might see it run into significant resistance at here at 41.13 at the top end of the cloud here. Slow grind higher, but it's getting closer to key resistance levels. New Zealand US dollar also struggling with somewhat sideways movement pattern here. Rebounded from bottom end cloud support, secondary cloud support with upside resistance here. We've had a MACD buy here, so the target here would be the first level to watch out is 73.22, and then these old highs as it can possibly rebound back into these key resistance levels. US dollar CAD had a MACD sell up here. We can see corresponds well with these old resistance levels there. Consolidating now, dripping back down to the top end of the cloud. You have potential support at 1.2796 with bottom end cloud support here at 27.22 and this front end bottom end cloud support at 1.2686. So watch out for these levels. We could see it rebound in and around these levels. Thickness of the cloud indicates pretty significant support zone this. So watching closely to see if it will rebound from these cloud chart levels at the top end of the cloud. But so far we've had a MACD sell. So the question is now, where do we take profits off the table when it gets to this support levels at the top end of the cloud? Okay. 4 hours, still a sell there, broke, lost support here. Downside target here, that is a support level there. That watching closely for 128.08 for a potential rebound here. Swing trade back to the bottom end of the cloud, but watch out, you trading counter trend here. Front end of the cloud not looking good, with potential downside risk to these old highs here, 127.26, and the top end of the cloud here at 126.80. So watch out for those potential downside risk levels. All right. US dollar Swiss franc, slowly a nice little steady grind higher. Nice little MACD buy there. Did test your metal there with the pullback and then further advance. Now breaking, broke past top end cloud chart resistance. Now we've got old cloud chart resistance here at 96.17, which we need to get past. But so far so good for the US dollar Swiss franc. If it rebounds from this top end 95.60, if it rebounds from the top end of the cloud here, then we should see it move higher and break past these resistance levels at 96, and then further up. There's a whole cluster of resistance over there, which comes from the bottom end of the cloud level there and these lows. So a steady grind higher towards these levels, and then we might see some risk come back into the trade. US dollar Danish krone, struggling with cloud chart resistance within the cloud. We've had a MACD buy back here. Quite a volatile trade, but now it's back and forth, digging into the cloud chart resistance. Upside targets here is 6.0915, and then the top end of the cloud here at 6.1445. So these are potential resistance areas. Okay. Struggling, support needs to rebound from the top end of the cloud support zone here, but the front end of the cloud still looking positive. Alright. Turning to the US dollar yen, we've had it's a contrarian trade here. If you know, the trend is still down, but we have short-term swing trade possibilities back up to the bottom end of the cloud. We've had a nice MACD buy signal back here. I did test your metal in terms of your stop loss levels here, but it's still grinding higher. Slow grind, and the resistance zone is this cloud chart levels here, okay, as well as these levels there. And these are all levels to watch. Slow grind, potential reversal at the bottom end of the cloud resistance. Okay, but overall it is a counter trend trade if you're buying it. but it needs to get past the cloud chart resistance here, so it's an early risk, quite a risky trade, swing trade. Yeah, we can see the 4 hours a bit clearer here. We are rebounding from the top end cloud chart support. Watch for the 105.83 and 105.99 as a key potential rebound zone, and then we could see a further swing back up to the old highs here. Okay. Counter trend. Front end of the cloud still not turned positive, so we're still somewhat locked in a downtrend on the US dollar yen with short-term swing trade capabilities over the medium term. US dollar NOK digging into the cloud, bottom of the cloud chart resistance, struggling to get past that. Top end of the cloud here is the target 8.028. If support comes in at 7.824, we'll see the upper end of that trading range. But so far, a nice little MACD buy, slow grind into cloud chart resistance, so watch out for that one. You can see here how it's finding support at the old cloud level here. So we could potentially come back right down to 70.8105 and then rebound further from that. Note we've got a MACD sell on the 4 hour, so there could still be some weakness up to the top end of the cloud and then a rebound from that level. Last US dollar SEK. Close to resistance here at 84, 8.416. Watch out for these cloud chart resistance levels. Had a MACD buy, so it's a slow grind higher. Needs to get past these resistance levels, and then our target, there's the old highs up here of 8.519 as the next key resistance zone. Front end of the cloud still indicate we've got somewhat of an uptrend on this one, so slow, steady grind higher. And it looks like we'll complete this upward continuation pattern, this distance here up to that distance, so we should get to that target of 88.5 to 530. Okay, but as for the big dogs here, GDP US dollar rebounding from the top end of the cloud, and US dollar struggling to rebound. Downside rebound potentials is bottom end of the cloud here, and then resistance at the top end of the cloud, so somewhat range bound. So we need to see that break out either way for a significant move. Okay, thank you everyone, and happy trading.